Happy Friday, everyone, and happy July 1st. How exciting, a fresh new month. I know I say it. I mean, every week on a Monday, I'm like, yay, Monday, but a fresh month. Like, what better time is it to go back over your goals, look at your analytics, look at what your metrics that you're tracking, and to see how are you tracking? And are you accomplishing your goals? And if not, okay, now's the time to get prepped for the new month because we're already halfway through this year. Like, what is happening? Well, with that, I want to make sure that your site is showing up and you're getting organic traffic. So for the next month and maybe longer, just because there's so much that has to deal with it, we're going to be talking about SEO. Now, y'all know what SEO is? Search engine optimization. I've got some notes and then I'm going to go through here shortly. And we're going to dive in because I think it's important. Oftentimes in any networking groups or presentations that I start talking about SEO, I get the glossy-eyed effect and it goes shoo. So the bottom line, the most important thing to take away when it comes down to search engine optimization, the whole goal is for your site to be visible and it to be able to be found organically. That's it. And when I say organically, that's not turning on any ads. It's using the lists that I'm going to be going through that are good practices from Google on how to be visible, how your site can be visible. So let's jump in. So this has been updated for this year because, as you know, Google changes. They're all the time changing their algorithms, changing their logo. I mean, they're constantly changing and trying to improve. So what I'm going to be going through is what we're finding are the best practices based upon what information that we're finding from Google and our own experience. So how does it all work? And I know that's like a big part of it, right? Is like how does SEO work? Well, in a very basic way, when you publish your content, right? You post a blog, or you add a new page, you launch a website, some scenarios about publishing new content. Then Google will send these bots out to crawl your site and review all the pages. Then Google will index those pages. And from there, when somebody goes in and they put in a search query, whether maybe it's marketing company, I'm trying to think, electrician, near me, whatever it is, but they'll put in those keywords. They'll go to Google and put a search in. And what Google does is that it will pull from those index pages. It will bring up the relevant information that it will, for that person, that will appear. That's how that search query comes up. Hope I didn't slaughter that too much. So it really comes down to when someone goes in and Googles you. We want to make sure that you have enough relevant, good quality content that's optimized that Google will be like, yep, this is exactly what they're talking about. This is what they need. Here's the results. Link to your website. That's what search engine optimization is. And so a big part of that is incorporating your keywords. And it's not just any keywords, it should be relevant to your business and what you specifically offer. And you should be ideally looking for that good search volume. Is how often are people actually searching for those words? We have clients who will have their own service or philosophy or key frame that what they call their services. But the problem is that nobody's calling it that. Like for me, I'm like, oh, like SEO. They want to know if their site's visible. They want to know how to get visitors to their website or how to get leads from their website. It's not necessarily SEO. So that's why it's really important to figure out like, what are those keywords? And we have ways that we can help you with that. Now, as we go through, we've already talked about the crawling indexing and how it serves up those, your content to someone who puts in a search query. What I want to talk about today is that the importance of three big areas when it comes to optimizing your content. And it's the intent. Does your content answer your users' questions? Or does it show them what they want to see? Is it relevant? And that's a big part of how we optimize is we're making sure that that content gets served up to the people who are actually serving for it. And what we're finding is, over the years, you probably do it and I do it. When we search for something, we're smarter about how we search for it. We'll put in longer keyword phrases or more specific. And so that means that when we build out our content, we really need to work on our the relevance of that content, but focusing on that on-page SEO efforts. And we can go into that later. And then quality. That is so crucial. I oftentimes will talk to someone, oh, like I have my keyword, it's listed and it's in there and it's just stuffed on my page. Oh, don't do that. Don't stuff your keywords. You want quality. It means that it's the reality is that it's a factor of Google algorithms. And that when you're going through and assessing the quality of your content, it comes down to something that we call EAT: expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. So when you're building out that content, how does it feel? Are you writing to the computer or are you writing to the human? And then making sure some of those other factors in SEO when it comes down to your success is, other than quality content, is that on-page optimization, backlinks, internal linking, page speed, mobile friendliness, site security, local optimization, and social signals all play a big part of it. And so today, like I said, I wanted to go over just a really high level view of what the heck SEO is, how does it work with Google, and some of those key takeaways that you need to be mindful of when you're creating your content. If you have any questions, let me know. Next week, we're going to go a little bit deeper into this whole world of SEO. Thank you so much. Now, before I forget, we're coming into the holiday weekend. We're going to be gone on Monday. Our office will be closed. I mentioned it last week, and this week it's happening. So if you have any issues, don't hesitate to still send in a support ticket or leave a voicemail. If it's a crash and burn situation with your site or you have a white screen of death, we're here and we have protocols in place, but our office will be closed. We'll be spending time with our families, and we hope that you have an awesome weekend ahead. So I'll look forward to seeing y'all next week.